Okay, so here we are learning together. So I'm reading another poem, and this is taken from the Upanishads. So this is in English, right? I don't, so this is a translation. But that's the best I can offer right now. And it's a long poem, and I'm just going to read the very beginning. It's on page 192 if someone is interested. Has the book. The one appearing as many. The one appearing as many. May the Lord of Love, who projects himself into the universe of myriad forms through Maya, from whom all beings come, to whom all beings finally return, may he grant us the grace of wisdom. He is the fire and the sun and the moon and the stars. He is in the air and the sea and the creator Prajapati. He is the boy. He is that girl. He is this man. He is that woman. And he is this old man too, tottering on his staff. His face is seen everywhere. Okay, so I was listening to Mythflesh as we were talking just a few minutes ago, and what I do in this practice is I take two opposites, and then we explore the opposites. And I think we are trying to move beyond the opposites to a place beyond the opposites. And the way Mythflesh, what I heard from Michelet, the way she explained, so I talked about pros and cons, like black and white. And what I'm hearing from her, yeah, okay, but there is a place beyond pros and cons. And that's where we want to move into. So it could be pain and pleasure, could be black and white. Here, in this poem, it starts with the Lord of Love, and in the end, it talks about fear. So I was thinking that using love and fear are two opposites. So what lies beyond those two? Often I pick peace, and I'm trying to pick something else just to stretch my own mind, and maybe it's acceptance. So maybe we have love on one side, we have fear on the other, and in between, acceptance. So if you want to, you can play with those ideas with me, or you pick something else that works better for you. Okay, here we go. So finding your seat, sitting up tall, moving your feet, lifting the heels, lifting the toes. You can use your eyes to watch your feet and see that they are moving. You can use the sense of touch to notice how the sole of the foot is connecting to the earth. So we are here, we are right here on earth, and our job is to take skillful action, I think. Skillful action. We take action all the time, and sometimes it's skillful. So can we do more skillful action? I think that is one of our jobs here. Learn the lessons and take more skillful action. And when we graduated this school, we don't have to come back anymore. All right, coming to stillness. And then if you want to bring your awareness up to your two sitting bones, and they could represent the duality. So one part could be love, the other one could be fear. So love and fear, it could be pain, pleasure, it could be black, white, it could be anything that we in this place of duality put up like opposites. And then if we know this, or if we understand that this is an illusion, what lies beyond? And today the word I'm going to explore is acceptance. And you can pick acceptance or you can pick something else. Peace is peace always works. So love and fear. Love and fear. And then coming back to stillness, and maybe play with the idea that in between love and fear is acceptance. Acceptance. And then use your hands and then gently open up your shushumna, like the straw at the core of your body. That part of you that's immortal, that never dies. Pure energy or pure awareness, pure consciousness. It has a lot of names. I'm not sure which one is the most accurate. And then let's play with the circle. So breathing, so from the earth, breathe in, inhale up through that straw. Exhale out and down, back to earth. Inhale up. Exhale out and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then release. And let's try the opposite and see what happens if we do the opposite. So then we would, from the earth, inhale up to the universe. Exhale down through the straw or your shushumna. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then release. And this time, maybe bring your awareness to your two nostrils. And let's do, let's inhale up. Exhale down through both nostrils. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. Exhale down. And then release. And then if you want to place your hands on your knees and then starting the cat-cow motion. So bringing your awareness to your physical spine, which is very close to the shushumna as far as I understand. But this is created so we can stand up here on earth. Without the spine, we would just be, I don't know, mud. Exhale and round. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale round. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale and round. And then back to neutral. And maybe neutral today is acceptance. So maybe neutral today is acceptance. Okay, so when you are out there on the water, when the sun rises, you can see blinking. It's easier to see the blinking, bubbling stars, the sparkles, blinking, bubbling stars, all the way up. Clasp the hand, turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. In through the nose and out through the mouth. When you can listen to your own breath. There is something called the ocean breath. So maybe you can make your own breath sound like the ocean. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. And what are we reaching for? What are we reaching for? So am I reaching for things that are helpful, or am I reaching for things that are not so helpful? So it's going to be a mixed bag most of the time. And then reach, turn, open up your arms, look behind you. And maybe start with love, and maybe think about a time in the past when you felt loved, when you felt loved, or you felt filled of love, maybe when you felt a time in the past when you felt filled of love. And then release, lift and release a few times. Maybe roll the shoulders one way and then the other way. Okay, so we started with the sunrise, and then maybe, so Mitlesh had a picture of the sunset, and even at the sunset is also a magical time, and maybe the moon sparkles in the water, blinking, bubbling stars all the way up. Clasp the hand the way that feels funny. Turn the hands over, straighten the elbows, breathe. And maybe make the inhale sound like the ocean. And then reach and reach and reach and reach. Turn, open up the arms. And this time, maybe think about a time in the past when you felt fear. Think about a time in the past when you felt fear. And then release, lift and release. Roll the shoulders one way and then the other. Okay, bringing arms up in cactus. So stretching our mind, gaining more perspective. So yeah, so just knowing that we don't have full perspective, that's a good start. Knowing that, there are things I don't understand, there are things I can't see. I can practice to stretch my mind. I can stretch my mind to gain more perspective. And then we all have certain thought patterns that are we can get stuck. We can get stuck in certain thought patterns. If I know that, that's a good thing. And then maybe try to encourage other ways of thinking. Okay, now love and fear are going to get together for a quick coffee. So here we have two thought patterns. One is love and one is fear. So what happens when love and fear get together for a quick coffee? And we can cross the midline too. And then now they're going to stay in conversation. They're going to stay in conversation. And then try the other side. Let's allow love and fear. There's a part of you that's filled with love, and there's another part of you that's filled with fear. So what happens when you allow those two parts of you to get together and talk to each other. So pretend that the love and fear are having lunch. And then release, and then we're going to try all four. All four. You can stay here, you can go into regular boat posture, you can kick and scream, whatever you want, or whatever you need right now, as long as you don't harm yourself or others. Okay, back to wide and stable. Let's take a wide and stable stance. Wide and stable stance. Okay, now we're going to explore the two opposites. So the two opposites we picked today was love on one side and fear on the other. So bring your awareness to your sitting bones. And so one sitting bone represents the part of you that feel love. And the other one represents the part of you that feels fear. So just acknowledging that we have both these emotions in us is a good start. So love and fear. Love and fear. And then what about all the other emotions? So let's explore all the other emotions. Okay. And then we're going to paint a picture. So let's start with love. So imagine love, give it a color. And then use your fingers, dip your fingers in paint. And then draw the image of love. Draw the image of love. Draw the image of love. And then release that image. And then let's go to the other side and imagine fear. So give fear a color. Dip your fingers in the paint and draw the image of fear. Draw the image of fear. And then release that image. And then in between, or rather beyond, that's what I heard from Michelet. So what's beyond this? So beyond this is a place of sense withdrawals, maybe, and acceptance. So acceptance or clarity. And then jump your feet together. Okay, let's write the story. So let's starting with the story of love. So spread the toes, dip the toes in ink, and then write the story. Write the story that goes with the image. And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Breathe. The pit of the belly goes in and up to support the growth of the spine. You can stay here if you want to. You can bring your hands to the earth, maybe drop the head. You can use your elbows to keep the knees wide. Open up the hips. Release some of the stories. learn from them, get wiser, get clarity, acceptance, and peace. Inhale, come back up, and then place that right foot on the left knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes. And then gently guide that right knee out. So seated pigeon posture. If you want to, you can go into conversation with the tightness you feel. So somewhere in your body, when you do this posture, you will probably feel some kind of tightness, some kind of resistance. So what does that resistance tell you? Okay, and then slide the knees together. Whatever leg is on top, that arm goes under. Give yourself a hug. And then move into your version of seated eagle. So let's start with love. So this eagle is filled with love. So look at it. What does it look like? How does it move? What does it feel? What does it do? And then let that bird fly away, fly away, fly away, fly away. And then let's go to the other side. So spread your toes, dip the toes in ink, and now write the story of fear. Write the story of fear. So you already have the image, you have the color, you have the image. Now write the story. What's the story of fear for you? And then step out wide, elbows to knees, fingertips together. Pit of the belly goes in and up to support the growth of your spine. And then place the left hand on the floor, the right hand on the right knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. You can stay here, or if you want to, you can push into the earth. Feel the support from the earth. And with that support, you can reach up towards the universe. Stretching your mind, gaining more perspective. And then that top hand comes down, thread the needle, find the opposite ankle, walk the left hand forward, look under your armpit. Inhale, come back, elbows to knees, rest, recover. And then place the right hand on the floor, left hand on the left knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, look up towards the sky. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper, stretching your mind. Now push into the hand, feel the support from the earth. And with that support, you can bring that arm up closer to the universe. And then that top hand comes down, thread the needle, find the opposite ankle, walk the hand forward, look underneath your armpit. And then release, come back to elbows to knees, fingertips together, rest, recover. Okay, and then place that left foot on the right knee. Use your fingers to open up the toes, gently guide that left knee out wide. And then, so staying in conversation with your body, what is your body telling you? So move into that resistance or tightness. And try to understand the story and allow the story to give you clarity. With clarity, it's easier to take skillful action. Okay, and then lie the knees together, whatever leg is on top, that one goes under, give yourself a hug. And tell you what you need to hear. Maybe you need to hear, I love myself so much, I care about me, I'm trying hard, or whatever it is that you need to, that you wish that someone else told you. You can tell yourself what you need, what you want someone else to tell you. We have that power. We have that power. And then find your way to your version of seated eagle. And this eagle is filled with fear. This eagle is filled with fear. So watch this bird. How does it feel? What does it do? And then let it fly away. Let it fly away. Let it fly away. Okay, back to wide and stable. So between this love and fear, I suggested to play with the idea of acceptance. So it could be acceptance, peace is always a safe place to go to. It could be clarity, but I'm picking acceptance today. Okay, so here we are, wide and stable, in between the two opposites, or beyond the two opposites, maybe. I'm not really sure. Acceptance, blinking, bubbling stars, blinking, bubbling stars, all the way up. Clasp the hands. That feels funny. Turn them over, straighten the elbows, breathe. And maybe try and see, breathe into your nose. Can you make your breath sound like the ocean? And then imagine your arms as wings and your fingers as feathers. And then stretch your arms, stretch your wings, spread your feathers and wings out wide, and then start flying around in the world filled with acceptance. What do you see? What do you do? And then turn the palms up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale, come up. Exhale, dive deep. Inhale up. Exhale, dive deep. And then bring the arms behind you, holding on to opposite elbows. And then stay there. And then bring your awareness to any part. Maybe you can add some motion to this posture. Finding the places that are sore, bruised. How can you give them some relief? Release the right arm, bring it up and over. Maybe the fingers are touching behind your back, maybe they are not. They are connecting either physically or spiritually. So imagine a connection, imagine a connection. And here, if it's helpful to you, you can add motion to this posture too. Release the arm down, rest and recover for a moment. Release the left hand out. Bring it up and over. And here, my fingers are not connecting physically here, but I can imagine a connection. I can imagine, I know the connection is there. It's just a little harder to convince yourself when there's no physical connection. And if you want to, you can add some movement if that makes it helpful. And then release. Bring it back, rest and recover. And then release, lift and release a few times, maybe roll the shoulders one way and then the other. Okay, now we're going to build some strengths. To take action here on earth, we do need muscles and we do need some strength. Okay, inhale, exhale, push into the earth and come up to standing. Pick a number. I always pick magic 10. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rest. Recover. I'm going to do one more time. Big inhale. Exhale, push into the earth and come up to standing. Okay, pick the same or a different number. You choose. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest, recover. Big inhale. Exhale, push into the earth and come up to standing. And now we're going to stay up here. Okay, we're going to start with a breath of joy. Arms out wide. 3 inhales and 1 exhale. Okay, inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Last time. Inhale 1, 2, 3. Exhale. And then let the arms go. Just let the arms go. Let the arms go. And if you want to, you can let love and fear come together for a quick coffee. You can cross the midline. And then eventually find the position of power, position of power. Place your hands on solar plexus where you take action from, and ask for guidance so that action is skillful. Bend the knees, feel the earth. Inhale, exhale, and then share your gifts with the world and stay open. That's the hardest part, staying open. Can your heart stay open to acceptance? Hands back on your hips, and then building external support, lean and lift. That's what we're doing here right now. We practice together, knowing that even if you might feel alone, you're not alone. And then the other way. And once again, when we see each other physically, it's easier to see that we're not alone, but we are not alone. And then eventually taking skillful action. Okay, let's celebrate that with 3 sun salutations. Okay, inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. That was 1. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. Last time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, up and over. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale all the way back up. Exhale down the midline. And then stay there holding your own heart in between your hands with self-love and self-compassion. Release, hands on your hips, and then without bending the knee, lifting the hips and walking forward. Okay, now starting in Tadasana. Inhale to chair posture, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight, right heel comes off. Take a big step back, place the toes and then the heel. Hips are pointing forward. Build the foundation. When the time is right, bring the upper body up. And then when the time is right, bring your arms up, creating the full posture. Bring your arms to your back pocket, and then bring awareness to your heart space. Open your heart to love and acceptance. Allow the heart to lead beyond duality. Bend the top knee, bring it forward. You can place the foot on the chair, or you can bring it all the way up. Place the hand on the outside. Maybe straighten that knee a little bit. Maybe twist. Eventually you're going to fall. And then come back to Tadasana. Okay, other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight. Left heel comes off. Take a big step back. Place the toes and then the heel. Feel the support from the earth. Bring the upper body up. And then create the full posture. Your version of Warrior One. Hands go into your back pockets. Bring awareness to your heart space. Allow the heart to break open and release love and acceptance into the world. Maybe clarity. And then you become the arrow, turning into warrior 3. Bend the top knee, bring it forward. Give yourself a hug. Hand on the outside. And then back into Tadasana. Okay, stepping back to warrior 2. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra, transfer the weight. Right heel comes off. Take a big step back. Open up the pelvic half. Moving up the chakras. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Here on earth, time seems to exist. Flip the front hand reverse. Learn from the past. So we're here to learn, like we're in school. We signed up for school. Use that knowledge to plan for more skillful action in the future. Back to the present moment. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee, release the hand down for Trikonasana. I think of Trikonasana as the blinking, bubbling star you truly are, at the center or the core of your being. Back to the present moment. Imagine if we all could connect to our blinking, bubbling star. Hands on the chair. Transfer the weight, moving into Ardha Chandrasana, half moon posture. Bend the top knee. Bring it forward. And then moving into standing pigeon or using the chair. Yogi's choice. Back to Tadasana. Okay, other side. Inhale to chair, exhale to Anjali Mudra. Transfer the weight, left heel comes off. Take a big step back. One arm in the past, the other one in the future. Flip, reverse. Move into the planning part of your brain. Back to the present moment. Hands on your hips, straighten the front knee. Release into who you truly are. Can you connect with the part of you that is immortal? Bend the front knee back to warrior 2, hands on the chair. And then transfer the weight into half moon posture. Half moon posture. Bend the top knee, bring it forward. Place a foot on the knee, standing pigeon, or using the chair. Okay, back to Tadasana. Starting in Tadasana. So imagine yourself as a strong, stable mountain. In the middle of that mountain, there is also, even the strongest mountain on earth is going to eventually disappear. But in the middle of the mountain, there is a space that is always there, is permanent. So imagine in that space, you drop a seed, and that seed starts to grow, develop roots, and then grow up the mountain, because you see the light up there, and then it comes out through the light, and then it starts to turn into a tree. And then after a while, it goes back down the mountain and down into earth. Okay, another mountain. Drop the seed. It goes all the way down, finds the earth, create a root system, and then it can see the light. And then eventually it will turn into another beautiful tree, different colors, different shapes. And then that tree is going to go back to earth. Okay. Place the hands on the chair, step back to plank posture. Use your feet to move back and forth. Push the hips back to your version of down dog. You can bend one knee, bend the other, bend both. You can lift one leg, lift the other. And then release the knees down. Take the color of love. Paint a big circle. Poof. Take the color of fear. Paint a big circle. Poof. Take the color of acceptance. 2 circles. Place your hands in your back pockets. Bring your awareness to your heart space. Allow your heart to break open. Break open. What does it reveal? What do you feel pouring out when your heart breaks open? Release, untuck the toes, come into your version of child's posture. Inhale, come up. Clasp the hands, create that stable support. Tuck the toes, lean into your support, lift the knees, check it. If you need to change anything, you change. Check it again. If it works, come up to dolphin posture. And then bend the knees and come all the way up to standing. Okay. So so we listened to the poem, we did the physical practice, we used some of the words of the poem to explore it in our bodies and see see what we learn. And now I'm going to read I'm going to read the beginning again, and then we are going to do the seated meditation. And this is from the Upanishads. The one appearing as many. May the Lord of love, who projects himself into the universe of myriad forms, through Maya, from whom all beings come, to whom all beings finally return, may he grant us the grace of wisdom. He is the fire and the sun, and the moon and the stars. He is the air and the sea, and the creator Prayapati. He is this boy. He is that girl. He is this man. He is that woman. And he is this old man too, tottering on his staff. His face is seen everywhere. Find your seat, sit up tall. Bring awareness to your breathing. Notice the inhale. Notice the exhale. We have about 7 minutes. Here we go. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, move your head from side to side. Take a deep breath in. Let it go. Bring your hands up in Anjali Mudra, holding your own heart in between your hands. If you want to bow your head in gratitude for this practice, thousands of years old, thank your inner guide, past, present, and future teachers, and all the people that are joining you on this journey. Open your eyes, raise your gaze, and thank you so much for practicing together this morning. Namaste.